This is a video about me talking about why I quit Rainbow Six Siege. So there's a lot of reasons as to why I've made this decision. I have many laid out. So if you want to go over why I'm quitting and why a lot of your fellow streamers are talking about quitting the game, here is that video. First of all, the most obvious reason is the cheater situation. Now, obviously, I've been playing the game for a while, so I've been through many different cheater situations in this game. But I can confidently say that this is the worst it's ever been, even with the two little hot fixes they just did. Cheaters are still everywhere on PC, especially in high ranks. It got to a point where I recorded a video trying to test the actual integrity of it, and 3 out of 5 of the games that I had multiple cheaters in them. So it just by no means is an issue that's going to get fixed anytime soon. I don't see it happening, and even if it does, there's still many issues I have with the game. You could say, well, just go play on console. I suck at console, bro. It's not fun to watch me on console. Chat, watching me on console was only fun because of how ass I was. Yes or no? Yes or no, chat? And then my only mod right now in the chat is spamming true. True, yes, true. Your ass at console, true. Okay, exactly. I am probably a copper on the sticks. I'm actually terrible. It was the only reason it was entertaining to watch. And I think most people that watch my streams have gotten to the point where they watch me for me and not because of the game that I play. True or not, chat? True or not? My grandma is better than you on it. Okay, all right. So obviously, other than the fact that I can't play console and there are so many cheaters on PC that I can't play PC, that means I just can't play the game. And if I want to be a content creator, especially one that makes money and one that gets views and becomes big one day, I can't do it with Rainbow Six Siege, at least right now. So you might be thinking, well, why don't you just take a break and come back? I've thought about that. And there are many other issues that make that not an appealing option for me. The first of which is the lack of content with Siege X. So many of you may not know this, but I got flown out with many other creators, talking like Skittles, your boy Roy, everybody you can think of. We all got flown out November of 2024. Before any of you know about Siege X, we got flown out to San Francisco to play Siege X early, before any of you knew about it. I knew 3 months beforehand, right? So we had a lot of time to tell the devs exactly what we wanted from the game, exactly what was wrong. And that's exactly what we did. We played the game for hours, multiple days, and we told the devs, hey, this is what we don't like. We said there's lack of content, and we also said the lighting doesn't look good. We don't like the 6v6 mode. It's useless. No one's going to play it. And they didn't listen to us at all. Hey, Ubisoft, what's the point of flying all of us out if you're not going to listen to anything we have to say, right? That's number one. Number two, when it was leaked that Siege 2 was coming out, I think October of last year, right? What they were really talking about was Siege X. Obviously, you know that now. And part of that leak was the fact that 90% of the dev team from Siege moved on to develop Siege X. So you'd think if they had 3 years of 90% of their dev team working on Siege X for 3 years, and all the secrecy, that they would have an entirely new game rolled out by that point, right? Like Siege X should feel like a new game, a different game. But it doesn't. It just feels like updated graphics and a new season. It doesn't feel like a new game. It feels like a new season, right? You've developed it for 3 years, and all you have to show for it is 5 maps with updated graphics and a 6v6 game mode that nobody plays? That's ridiculous. You're a multi-billion-dollar company. That's unacceptable, right? So the lack of content with Siege X is highly disappointing, and it makes me question the future of the game if it's going to do well. And as you can see right now, it clearly is not. And then not only is there lack of content for most people playing the game, but there's lack of content for content creators, which brings me to my next point, right? The content scene for Siege is dry. If you're not posting ranked and cheater slop, or you're not posting Valkyrie camera tips and tricks slop like I've been doing, you can't make money and you can't get views, right? I, for the past year, maybe even 2 years, have not enjoyed posting the videos I've been posting. I think when I first started out, I enjoyed teaching people like zombie lineups, Valkyrie cam tips and tricks, stuff like that. It's because I was passionate about it, but my passions kind of changed. When I started streaming, I realized, hey, I'm kind of funny. I kind of, my goal shifted. I mainly got into content because I wanted to be noticed in the competitive Siege scene, and then when I got into content, I kind of liked being a content creator more, so my focus became becoming a YouTuber, and the only way I knew how to do that was tips and tricks, so that's just what I hammered in home, and it worked out for me a lot. There was a month, I'm not going to say exactly how much I made that month, but if I were to make the amount that I made in that month every month for a year, I would have made 6 figures. I made a lot in 1 month as an 18-year-old off of just Siege tips and tricks videos. And with the same content I'm making now, which is the same content I was making back then, I'm making less than a quarter of the money that I used to make because the views are down so much. You can blame that on me as a content creator all you want, but not even just me. Look at literally every other Siege content creator and look at the views they're getting now and look at the views they used to get 3, 4, 5 years ago. It's not even close for most Siege content creators. There are exceptions like Sir Pineapple, right? But most content creators are not getting the same views or making the same money that they used to, even though the quality of their videos are actually better. The view count's declining. My passion for the game is declining. The game itself is declining. And I'm not even halfway done with my issues with the game. Like, it's bad. Now, I don't want this to be too depressing of a video. I do want to end it on a positive note. I'm not quitting Siege just because I don't like the game. I am also quitting Siege because I have something ahead that I'm looking so forward to. I don't know if many of you know this, but I had a dinner with somebody that forever changed my mindset on what content I wanted to do. And that is Stable Ronaldo. When I went and got flown out to Atlanta for the Siege X showcase, Stable Ronaldo, Jason Wayne, and Lacey were there. There were some other FaZe Clan people, some AMP members as well, Joe Bartolozzi. I got to meet all of them, but I sat down and had a dinner with Stable Ronaldo. It was me, him, Jason, and a bunch of other Siege content creators, but I made sure that I sat right next to them because I wanted advice. You know, I'm a streamer, and they're one of the big streamers in the world that I've been watching for years, dude. So I was there, and I asked him straight up, I'm like, how would you give advice to somebody who wants to eventually, when they make it big in Siege, transition out of Siege to doing IRLs, because you did that with Fortnite. And he looked me in my eyes and he laughed at me a little bit. And he said, there's no way to transition. You just have to leave. When I did it, I fell the fuck off and I lost everything. And I just gained it back because I believed in myself. And I was like, first of all, I was like, okay, Ron, like, hold on, like, shit. Motherfucker's about to make me go to war with this inspirational speech. And the second part of me was like, damn. I've been looking for the shortcut to do what I want to do because I'm too scared to leave the game that I haven't enjoyed playing for the past year. I think I just have to take the risk because the whole reason I got into this content creation journey was because I didn't want to be in the rat race. I didn't want to do a 9 to 5. I wanted to do what I wanted to do to make money. And that's building a cool fucking community and making videos that I enjoy making. To leave it on a positive note, I'm quitting Rainbow Six Siege, but there are only better things to come up. We can only go up from here. Thank you all for watching.